I'm Scott Allen Miller. This is Sheep Guarding Llama for January 6th, 2020. Today started off pretty good. This is a good start to the week, right? I had an early morning meeting. I was supposed to be there Friday. This is the one I slept through. We got rescheduled for today. So I had to get up at 6:30, which I was super tired because I was up until about 3:30, so I got about 3 hours of sleep. It was not great. But got up, went in, and my morning meeting went really well. Just the whole thing went great. Very, very smooth, very, very quick. As good as things could have gone. So very happy about that. While I was there, though, we had some servers go down, so I had to race back home to deal with like websites down and stuff. But they came up on their own before I got home, so I had to leave and race back. But no big deal because everything resolved itself, and it wasn't something to like deal with really anyway. So that was good. Got home, and Dominica and I, because just everything had gone well this morning and we had some more time than we had planned, we decided to go out to breakfast because I had wanted to go take the girls to the bakery because we had a chance to do that. But I went to wake them up and they were asleep and very asleep. Chana says she heard me talking but thought it was like a dream and rolled over and just went back to sleep. So I grabbed Dominica and we went to the Sunny Street Cafe, which is the new place in downtown Carrollton at Josie Ranch. And they're a chain diner, but they're really nice. They're out of Columbus, Ohio, and we got a really good breakfast. I got migas tacos, which were great, and she got the house Benedict thing, which is kind of like a Florentine. It's all really good. It's a really nice location, lots of windows. It used to be a Sears store, believe it or not, but it's right across from City Hall, and it's like you can see the fountain and all the stuff in downtown, and it's just a spot you never get to sit in. So it was really interesting, and the food was nice, and the service was good. We liked the whole thing. It was really nice. We've been wanting to check that out for a few months since they went in. So that was cool. From there, we went to the bakery, went to La Mayor, which is our Guatemalan bakery that we really like down on Beltline. And we got there, and right as we were going in and realizing there were kids everywhere on the drive there, it is Epiphany today, or the Feast of the Kings. And so we got in, and the whole place was stocked with Rosca de Reyes, which are these big bread rings that are sweet and made specifically for Epiphany. And the tradition is that at night on the Epiphany, families cut into these. So traditionally, this is the 12th day of Christmas. So this is when in Latin America, people open, Spanish and Latin America, this is a Spain tradition, open their presents, the song 12th day of Christmas. This is the big one. And then this is the thing you eat on Epiphany night, and you cut it up, and if you bite into, there's little figurines in it, and you're supposed to get a prosperous year. It's a lucky thing to get that when you do it. So this is that thing. It was $18 for a little one, and they were selling medium-sized ones and big ones. It must have been like $40, $50, and there were hundreds of them. And I can only imagine they've been baking for days and racing to get them out. But we've never done this before, so Dominica and I are like, yeah, we got to do that. So we grabbed one. And we got some regular pastries, just whatever. She and I always get pan de elotes because we love it. They make the best pan de elotes there. Oh, it's so good. And the girls like some just traditional Mexican pastries, so we grabbed those for them and came back home. While we were out, Paul had the issue that the neighbors' Rottweilers were loose in the back driveway, which is fine because we have a fence and they're in their driveway. It's not like a big thing. But Mia is a maniac, and she went through our fence. She tears boards out and pushed through, and she didn't get to the Rottweilers, but the fence tore up her face, and now the fence is not secure. So as soon as we got back, our morning turned into rebuilding a fence. So Paul and Dominica ran to the lumber store and got all the lumber necessary to start rebuilding the fence, and came home with that. So I had a lot of moving lumber to do, and Paul had a lot of actually taking down and putting up a fence to do, and Dominica helped out. And originally today was supposed to be the day that the girls went back to school, but we didn't realize it was a holiday. Their cousins are off, all the local schools are closed, and even if none of that was true, the fence kind of took precedence over everything else. So it was a day off for the girls that we had not really planned on. The fence rebuilding, though, went really well and quick. That was very simple, and easy for me to say, right? All I had to do was carry some lumber, but it went up a lot faster than I would have expected. It looks so much better than it did before. I mean, there's a lot more to do, but the really bad parts of the fence are now fixed. The new fence looks better. It is straighter. It is about a foot taller. It's going to be just great. And we had worked this out months ago with the neighbors, because our neighbors are, it's a rental, and we know the people who own it because we've been here for years, and we're the ones who bid against them when they tried to buy it in the first place. And we said, if you guys pay for the materials, we'll pay for actually putting up the fence. And they're like, good deal, because it's like thousands of dollars to get a fence done, but the lumber is not that expensive, and Paul can actually put up the fence. So for them, it saved them easily $1,000, and for us, it's saving a fortune. When we do the work, everybody wins. Like, it's a good deal. They're super happy. We're super happy. So we've had that in the works, just hadn't gotten to it. And Mia kind of made the situation move forward a lot more quickly, but worked out great. Mia did go out in the yard and whine as Paul closed up the holes in the fence because she really wants to get at those Rottweilers next door. I got my letter in the mail today. Finally, from the Denton court. I get to go on Wednesday, so only 2 days from now, to face the towing company in court, who towed my car from Rachel's visitor spot without being allowed to do so. So I'm excited to finally get to see them in court, because that was just a long, stressful thing that I will be glad to have behind me. I had to this afternoon, so I was working most of the morning while they were doing the fence. About 3 o'clock, I had to run and get Rachel at her apartment. Of course, being super careful to always watch my car, because I know they're out to get me. They've got a letter. They know I'm taking them to court. So I was watching my car like a hawk. Got her and loaded her up and took her off to DFW Airport to get her there by about 4 o'clock. She's off to Fort Lauderdale. She'll be hanging out tonight, and tomorrow morning she's getting on her cruise to Cozumel. So this is her big last hurrah of her 20s party cruise. It's 62 heavy metal bands on this cruise, which sounds awful to me, but it should be fun for her. So I got back home from that. That was all about 5 o'clock when I got home. I did a little bit more work, and then Kat and Taylor came over tonight because it's Monday, so it's our Dungeons and Dragons night, which I'd totally forgotten about, but cool, got to play Dungeons and Dragons. They got here, and immediately it was, well, we got this new VR to show off, and we haven't, while the living room was still clear, Paul showed it, and then Dominica showed some stuff, and then Liesl showed everyone how it's really done, because she is the Beat Saber pro. Like, she almost needs to enter esports. She's so good at this. So they did that for a while. Unfortunately, before they were done with that, Jeremy came up with work that really needed my attention for Vetastic, so I had to kind of forego doing D&D tonight and put in about 3 hours from 9 to midnight doing Vetastic work. But it was important work to get done, and I got it done, and it all went fine, but we didn't get to do D&D. But you know what? I wasn't really prepared, and everyone's tired, and there was other things to do, and they got to hang out because we haven't really all hung out in a while, and they got to do the VR stuff, so it's not all bad. Overall, very good day. Everything went well. That I had to work tonight was not tragic in any way. Didn't get to hang out like I'd like to, but not a significantly big deal. So that is Monday is a good start to the week, and I look forward to talking to everybody tomorrow.